Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Eric. Today I'm going to be reviewing an inflatable SUP, an inflatable boat electric pump called the TPS260 from TOPUMP. Let's get to it. Now last year I had the opportunity to try their bigger brother, their TPS300, which is right here. And I have to say, and they didn't pay me to say this, I'm not here to you have to convince you or anything like that. It's just that it is a good pump. This has been my main pump for the past year. I've been taking it to multiple places. For those of you who watch my channel, you see the places that I go to. This is basically their bigger brother. And this one appears to be like a small form factor example. Let me get it out and show you exactly what I mean. Here it is. It is a small form factor. Let me bring you guys in closer and show you guys the little details because they're pretty easy to use. And I got a couple of inflatables behind me. I got an inflatable paddleboard and inflatable dinghy to try them out. Now last year, it took about, you guys will see on the screen, about close to 5 minutes to inflate, 4 minutes and 58 seconds, basically 5 minutes, to inflate the paddleboard. I'm gonna compare that with the big one. That was with the big one. I wanna see how well this one does. And then I have a dinghy. Unfortunately, the dinghy I used last time, I no longer have. This is an 11 footer. Used to have a 13 footer. I'm still gonna do the whole review to show you guys how long it'll take to inflate an 11 foot inflatable dinghy. Should give you guys an example. But anyway, let me give you guys in closer and show you guys the little details of it. Let's get to the testing. All right, now we have a little bit of a close up. As I mentioned, these are fairly easy to work with. They're not complicated. Take a little screen. You press the power button, you hold it, the power's on. Right now, because of the frame rate of the camera, you can barely see, but there it shows PSI. You can increase it to the amount that you want, decrease it. Then we have to put the hose in place. So here's the hose with all the accessories, actually. Let me go ahead and get them out. I have yet to get them out. It appears that it came in fully charged too. Yep, fully charged. This will be nice. So here's the hose. Again, straightforward. We have here inflate and deflate. Let me see if you guys can actually see the reading. It's a little bit difficult. It's there. Inflate and deflate. For the most part, you guys gonna be using the inflation port, which is right here. All right. Comes with a USB-C charging cord. This one, from what I can tell, it only charges via USB-C. There's a connector. Whereas our TPS300, this one, charges with a USB-C and 12-volt adapter for your car already built in. Again, this is the bigger brother. And I think the price difference is only like $10 or $15. So if you guys like their big form brother, you can go with that. However, this one's pretty slick, seeing that it's actually a small form factor. Okay. The good thing is that they give you options. Anyway, this is the standard nozzle that you would use for an inflatable pump, maybe for an inflatable boat, inflatable dinghy, inflatable paddleboard. But it does come with several other adapters for like beach toys and other sets of inflatables like the Achilles. I know the Achilles have a inflatable Achilles boats, have a different setup. I believe it's this one that it uses. They come with it, which is nice. So now we got it all set up. I'm gonna go ahead and try the paddleboard, which is about 10 PSI. It took about 5 minutes with the big one. Let's see how long it takes with this one. All right, so I got my timer ready. These are usually pretty straightforward. Here's the nozzle. Here's where it goes. Tighten up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. And I mentioned it was 10 PSI, pretty easy. I push it down to 10 PSI. And we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This is the high pressure pump. Not that loud. It's almost done. 9.8, 9.9, 10 psi. Woo! So the big one finished this inflatable SUP at around 4 minutes and 58 seconds. This one did it in 5 minutes and 12 seconds. So not a whole lot of difference there. That's actually pretty good. Considering this is a small form factor, that being the bigger one, it's not a bad choice. All right. Now for the Dinghy test, it'll be a little different because an inflatable Dinghy has different chambers you have to worry about, where the SUP only has one chamber to inflate. This one has about 5. I got 3 main bladders, the inflatable floor, which takes about 10 psi, although I only use about 8 for it, and a keel. So I'm going to time it and fast forward this footage to see how long it takes to inflate a Dinghy like this with a pump like this. So I'm gonna start the timer the moment I begin. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And time. Wow. Okay. Let me show you. 10 minutes, 44 seconds. This is a Saturn SD330. It's an 11-foot Dinghy boat, 5 chambers, 10 psi, although I only use 8. That's usually what I use when I'm on the water. 3.5 psi on the bladders, 5.5 psi on the inflatable keel. So to round it up, you can say within 11 minutes with that little pump, you can actually sit up. You could say this is a semi-full size Dinghy within 11 minutes. That's impressive. That is really impressive. All right, let's go to the table and show you guys my conclusion. Okay, so I have a conclusion in this matter. Both of these pumps appear to be excellent. I'm not saying that because they don't pay me to say that in any way. I'm not saying that because they gave me this for me to try and that I've been using this for the past year and it has been reliable and it has been fantastic. It's just that I'm impressed that they're able to take basically most of the features of the bigger model, crunch it down into a small little package. Now I did notice that the battery might be a little smaller than this one. This one does seem to have a bigger battery. But man, when you're out on the water, all right, when you're going out for a trip on the weekend, it's not like you're going to be inflating 4 or 5 different paddleboards, although I think you can with one of these. I don't think I'll be able to inflate 4 or 5 fully inflatable boats, but at this point, it's all a matter of choice. Do you like to have the convenience of connecting to the car, having a bigger battery to inflate even more inflatables? Or would you like to save some space and still have the same amount of power, only in a smaller package? All I want to say is that I'm quite impressed with the TOPUMP TPS260. And I get to have them both. Not bad. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this review. I have to say it is actually a pretty good pump. They're not badly priced. They're reliable. Roughly, the way I use it, because I use it extensively, usually these type of pumps last between 5 to 6 years in my hands, because I do beat the snot out of them. But if you're an average goer for the weekends and stuff like that, you might use it maybe 10 times a year. This will last you almost 10 years, I'm assuming. Not bad. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one. Later.